there's one thing about Bono that's often overlooked. He can sing. I mean, like, there's no place to hide on a stadium tour. You can have big screens, you can have pyrotechnics, you can have all sorts of bells and whistles, but basically, none of it's worth a hill of beans in any way at all if your lead singer can't carry a tune. And Bono certainly can. And it's that mix of Bono's big voice, big attitude, and at times big hair that made him and U2 perfect for America.
When I look back at the footage, I just think, what a... But the truth of it, if I'm really being honest, I thought I looked like David Bowie.
In the 80s, most Irish bands trying to make it big concentrated on breaking the UK market. But Bono had a bigger appetite. U2 never looked down on America. They toured it constantly, and not only the trendy places like LA or New York. They were determined to crack the States, on the cusp of realising their artistic greatness. With the release of their fifth album, The Joshua Tree, they broke right through. The album was initially called The Two Americas, Bono's lyrics trying to contrast the horrors of Central America with the affluence of the USA. Joshua Tree. The Joshua Tree, U2, in all its pristine glory. In other words, on vinyl. It was poised. I mean, some people get that kind of thing in their lives in terms of rock and roll. If you could just take advantage of the opportunities you're given. They were given a huge opportunity after Live Aid. They probably made the biggest impact more than any other band besides Queen, and all they had to do was deliver a killer album. This is the killer album. Ticked all the boxes, and it made, quite simply, U2 the biggest band, the 80s, the end of the 80s, that is, and certainly the biggest band in the United States of America. Bono himself has said that in terms of the personal, in terms of the concepts, in terms of the music and the lyrics and everything else, it all came together to define U2 as to where they wanted to be and now where they were. Let's take a look at it here in terms of just Bono, the voice even. By that I mean, you know, the lyrics, which resonated with so many people all over the world, of course, of all the songs, the famous songs, 5 of them still in the set today. I still haven't found what I'm looking for, with the iconic video which was shot in Las Vegas, and just having a bit of fun, really. But I mean, as Bono was constantly trying to point out, when people didn't get it at first, it's really his attempt at a gospel song. And when you hear it sung gospel, my God, it resonates perfectly. It's spot on. I believe in the kingdom come, the kingdom come. With all that we'll lead into war. Take a song like I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For, which appealed to middle conservative America. 2 songs later, they were railing against the foreign policy of that very country in a song called Bullet the Blue Sky. Bono had conquered America. No longer just a great Irish artist, he was an international superstar.
Madison Square Gardens, New York City, arguably the most important rock arena in the world, because the music business says that until you made it here, you haven't really made it.
Some people might say that a band from outside this country shouldn't really come in here and start talking about your own domestic politics.
Like it's hard to stand in the woods and see the clearings. Today, Americans, they don't see, they're too isolated. Americans don't even know the geography of Central America. If it wasn't for people coming in from other parts of the world and telling us what we're doing there, we'd never know.
Many have paid as much as £50 on the black market to be here when the 4 lads from Dublin celebrate their conquest of the New World.
The preachy side of Bono. It's the one thing that people go, oh God, he's off again. That's because of the way media is these days. You always see Bono mouthing off again. But he's always mouthing off about very good things for a very good end. Bono is often accused of being full of himself, of loving the sound of his own voice. We, the Irish in particular, react against anyone who seems to be too full of himself, but Bono just can't or won't shut up and just sing. His drive is not just to be in a band or to be famous, his drive is to be heard.
A lot of people expect a lot of things from U2, and people will never get what they expect.
People expected us to be, you know, holier than thou.
Having cracked the States with the Joshua Tree, on tour Bono used the opportunity to speak from the stage to the Irish Americans and to connect with them, but not in a wrap the green flag round me, help the struggle kind of way. They always spoke out against the atrocities in Northern Ireland, probably most famously the introduction to Sunday Bloody Sunday, when Bono made sure that people realised this is not a rebel song.
This song is Sunday Bloody Sunday.
So when people in the audience threw the Irish flag up on stage, Bono would pick it up and he'd tear the orange bit off here, tear the green bit off here, and hold the white bit aloft just to make his point.
Back to their country in 20 or 30 years.
A crucial moment of Bono's real outspoken bravery was on the day the IRA bombed a Remembrance Day parade in Enniskillen in November 1987. Performing on stage that night in Denver, Colorado during Sunday Bloody Sunday, he told the crowd,
"Fuck the revolution! Where's the glory in bombing a Remembrance Day parade of old age pensioners, their medals taken out and polished up for the day? Where's the glory in that? To leave them dying, or crippled for life, or dead under the rubble of the revolution that the majority of the people in my country don't want."
I was no doubt about when